Hello, everybody. I wanted to come on here and testify and share with you. And, I pray that this encourages somebody and blesses somebody. But I'm just going to start off reading in Psalm 46, verses 1 and Psalm 46, verse 10. So, starting at verse 1, it says, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. And then verse 10 says, Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. So I just want to tell somebody that you don't need to worry. And I know that sometimes there are genuine things to worry about. It's like, how can I not worry about this? And I just want to testify that with God as your strength, you genuinely don't need to worry. And sometimes our minds get a little bit crazy, like thinking about the worst case scenario. I woke up this morning just feeling anxiety. And we need to be still and know that God is going to do what God does. Some things are simply out of our control. I can't control that my body produced cancerous cells in my thyroid. I can't control that. That is something that happened because of the state of our fallen world. When you get sick, sometimes, you can wash your hands, you can make sure you're being clean, but sometimes you just can't control that you get sick. You try to prevent it, but it comes on. Like there are other times where you literally can prevent being sick, but I'm just saying, there are some things that are fully out of our control. I could trip, outside of my car. I don't know. There are things that happen that we just can't control. And a couple weeks ago, the enemy started to lie to me. I was having chest pain, and I didn't know why, and it wouldn't go away, and it was getting me anxious. And immediately, these thoughts come in my head. The cancer spread to your lungs. And I started to feel heavy. I started to doubt God. I started to lack trust. And I started to be like, Lord, is this really happening right now? And I started to even get bitter. I was like, Lord, you know what I went through? Why? And again, no evidence anywhere to be found. No truth, no doctor's report, just a thought, just a lie in my head. You have chest pain? Again, the enemy comes, he's like, oh, you have chest pain? You're starting to worry about this chest pain? Let me speak a little lie to you. Let me get you worried. Let me get you doubting God. Let me get you bitter towards God. Let me get you doubting the promises of God that you're healed, doubting the promises of God that I have a future for you. Because these thoughts started to come. Yeah, see, you are gonna die. See, you are going to be in the hospitals again. See, you are not gonna make it past 23 years old. And I'm just sharing this because the devil is a liar. And you know what? I'm going to share this on my birthday because the devil came to me when I was 16 years old, when I was first getting saved, and he told me, you're not going to make it past 23 years old. And I felt such fear and anxiety. And the only thing that could help me in that moment is I started to pray, my Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I prayed that out loud. And the anxiety went away. Because the devil's a liar. And this right here is proof. I'm going to share an updated video on my 24th birthday. And I'm going to show you how big of a liar the enemy is. I don't know what lies are in your head. I don't know what the enemy might be saying to you. But I'm saying God has good plans for you. God has life for you. God does not speak death over you. And the thing that helped me to get over that anxiety about my chest, I confessed it. And I told a sister in my church. And she immediately said, "That's a lie." And she said it with authority. And she said it matter of fact. "That's a straight up lie." She told me that. Now you can believe it or you can keep struggling, because the thing is too, the Lord already told me 1 week ago, I woke up out of my sleep and I had a thought, what if it's a vitamin deficiency that I'm having chest pain? And I looked it up online and there was evidence that, oh, it could be a vitamin deficiency. But I was choosing to doubt God. I was choosing to doubt what He showed me. And I still held on to that anxiety. I still was like, why is there chest pain? It won't go away. It has to be this. What if that thought is right? What if it is cancer that spread? And so immediately when she spoke it, that's a lie. And she started to speak life over me, and she started to speak things that I knew were from God. Things I knew God spoke that promise to me. God spoke that exact word to me. So then I was finally able to fully receive, yes, this is true, that's a lie. And I even started to take my vitamins. There has not been chest pain ever since, because it was a lie. We need to stop getting anxious and trusting in these voices of strangers. The devil is the voice of a stranger. I don't need to listen to that voice telling me you're gonna die, telling me you're sick. God does not speak death. God does not speak lies. He speaks truth. He speaks hope. He speaks faith. If it's not producing peace in you, if it's not producing strength in you, trust in you, it's not from the Lord. And God doesn't always have us live a perfect, like stressless life. We're going to go through things, but He's going to give us grace through it. And you're going to know when it's Him who is allowing you to go through the trial, okay? You're going to know His grace is sufficient for me through this, okay? Because I went through that with the Lord. And I knew it was Him. It was His voice who told me go to the doctor. It was His voice who gave me peace and grace. But sometimes another voice will come with a straight up lie. And you have to know what the difference is. Yes, this is scary, but this is God. This is scary, but this is obedience. This is scary, but it's going to work out for my good. You have to know the difference between this and a lie, a speculation, an accusation. The devil is the accuser. He was accusing my body of producing more cancerous cells, whatever. He was just accusing me, lying, trying to be the voice of God, trying to be the one who says, this is the truth. But it was a lie. So I just encourage somebody, you have to know the voice of God for yourself. And I'm going to update this on my 24th birthday, because I shall live and not die and declare the good works of the Lord in Jesus' name. And you are going to live. You are going to survive.
Happy birthday, dear Leah.